today's video. I'm Jo, and today I'm reviewing this one, The Family Home by Miranda Smith. Now, this one I picked up from NetGalley, so thank you to NetGalley and to the publisher for sending me a copy of this book. This is one that I requested because I'd seen some other book bloggers leaving like really positive reviews for this one, and I was like, oh, that sounds so my kind of book. So anyway, basically, tagline on the cover of this one is "There's a stranger in your house, he's your husband." Now, I haven't read the book. Yes, fits as a tagline, but maybe a different one would have been better. Now let's get into this. Okay, so in this we have Lillian and Matthew. Okay, they are possibly like the perfect divorced couple. Okay, because they basically had it all. They had the happiest marriage ever. They got their daughter, living the good life. And then one fateful evening, everything changes forever and they end up getting divorced. They do, however, have the most amicable divorce in the history of ever. Okay, so they decide to keep the family house where the daughter lives, and Lillian and Matthew then divide their time between the family house and a separate apartment that they have. Okay, so it's the parents that are going back and forth between the different houses, and the girl gets to live in the same house the whole time, so it gives her more stability, which I think is actually an amazing idea. You know, if you have the money and you can organize to do that, then, you know, if you're going to get divorced and have kids, then that's actually a really cool idea, I think. But anyway, so this all seems to be working out really, really well. They're sort of moving on in their lives, okay? Matthew, he's now dating Rebecca, and Lillian is getting back out there into the dating game. And so she's been using Tinder and stuff like that, okay, to go on a few dates. All fine and dandy until one night when she goes out, wakes up on her sofa, goes into her bedroom with like the worst hangover ever, and finds a dead body in her bed. Okay, now this is in the apartment. Okay, not in the family house, in the apartment. Okay, now the only people that have keys to that apartment are her and Matthew. And so she's like, okay, did I kill this guy? Did Matthew kill this guy? How did this guy end up dead in my bed? And then she realizes that she actually went on 2 dates with this guy. So, you know, it's not just a complete stranger that's ended up dead in her bed. It's actually someone that she does know. Okay, so this starts a whole thing, ball rolling here. Who killed this guy? How did he end up dead in her bed? Why can't she remember anything from the previous night? Blah de blah de blah. Okay, so then it gets even more interesting because Lillian and Matthew share a horrible secret together. Okay, and she's pretty sure that Matthew wouldn't betray her because it would kind of betray himself at the same time. So, but at the same time, she's like, he's good at lying, you know? So, yeah, she doesn't know. She can't really trust herself, can't really trust her ex-husband, doesn't know how this guy ended up dead in her bed. It's all like a big whoo. So anyway, this book has so many twists and turns, and it's done so well. It's also done in dual point of view from Lillian and Matthew as well. So you find out lots of like extra little bits here and there, like all weaving together, and it's all twisty and turny, and there's loads of stuff going on, and it's really good. It's really good. So, yeah. What else can I tell you about this book? Go read it. It's amazing. I think you should read it. I thought, like I said, it was really good. I love the characters. I love how it pulled you in. Some stuff I had sort of worked out along the way. The end, the final twists and everything, there were a couple of little surprises in there for me, which I thought were done really well. And yeah, so if you like, this one would fit into the domestic thrillers, but also psychological thriller. Okay, so if those are the kind of genres that you like, then check this one out. You will not be disappointed, I don't think, based on my own review, my own opinions of it, but also on other reviews that I've read by other book bloggers for this book as well. It seems to have gone over very well in general. So if you are a fan of this genre, you like the things that I've said about the book, then I highly suggest you go check it out. Anyway, that is it for today. I will definitely be picking up more books by Miranda Smith if I find them, okay? Have you read any of her work before? I'm not sure if this is a debut novel or if she has other stuff out. It's a new to me author, but I would definitely be interested in reading more books by the author. So if you've read any of her stuff, if she does have other books and you have one you want to suggest to me, then drop it down in the comment section below, because I would love to hear from you. Also, have you read this book and what did you think about it? Also, because of the whole themes and things of this book, it would be really interesting as well to know your opinion about this. This is like a really unique take on the divorce with kids. This is like the first time I've ever seen this idea of keeping a family home and the parents be the ones that go back and forth all the time to give the stability to the kids. I think that's a really good idea. So I would like to know, in literature, do you think that divorce is portrayed in a correct way in literature? Because it always seems to be like the more negative aspects of it, and or like, you know, the exes hate each other's guts and the kids pay the price for it and everything else, whereas this is like a much more positive. I mean, obviously there is the negative side of divorce, the happy marriage ended, but they turned it into a positive and managed to get along and gave the stability to the kid and thing. I would be interested to know what you think about this anyway. So is divorce portrayed in a good way, in a correct way in literature, or do you think there should be more books out there that have a more positive spin on how divorced couples can behave, especially when there's kids involved? So that's something for you to think about. Leave a comment down below, and thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.